Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Here to review and break down Action Comics Doomsday Special #1. It's basically a one-shot. When I saw the ad for this comic book, I knew I had to have it. I'm a big Doomsday fan since the day he was created, and he killed Superman back in the day, decades ago. Um, you know, I knew I would be buying this book. It looks amazing. This is a very cinematic cover. He who rules in hell, and so the cover quickly alludes that Doomsday is in hell. He's sitting on a throne. You see the skulls. You see little demons, and Doomsday looking right at home. So let's move in. The team here is writer Dan Waters, artist Eric Barrows with Eber Ferreira, colorist Dave Sharp, cover artist Jorn Barons. He did that amazing cover. And then we have the credits for a whole bunch of artists, that did the variants. So this book right off the bat looks unbelievably cinematic, pretty amazing stuff. We see Supergirl. She's having a nightmare where she is envisioning Doomsday coming out of hell, coming at her, what appears to be Doomsday breaking out again from hell, coming back to the real world. We move on. In the breakfast table, Kara is so distracted that she's pouring the syrup. And Clark asking what's going on, why she's so distracted. She mentions that she has a nightmare, and it was about Doomsday. And Superman's like, Lordy. A very un-Superman-like expression, Lordy. I have never seen Superman say Lordy in a comic book before. Sucks. pretty lousy wording there. Nonetheless, Clark Kent looks pretty good. I mean, like I said, Eric Barrows, one of my favorite artists in the modern times right now. He's a craftsman. He is prolific. He's amazing. He makes superheroes look amazing, and he has a very cinematic style. I've seen that guy just illustrate just about every type of story. I wonder what the direction was here. Make Superman look effeminate, grasp the cup like a woman as he talks about Doomsday. So it's something that's going on, that I cannot unsee nowadays, where men act like women, and women act like men. And it's something I cannot unsee nowadays, unfortunately. But let's move on. I digress. So Superman starts talking about his experience with fighting Doomsday. We move on, and he tells Kara what it felt like fighting Doomsday, how hard it was making that ultimate sacrifice. Pretty good writing, I'll admit, the way Superman expresses what it felt like facing Doomsday. Another interesting thing here is that I didn't know Kara was so versed on Doomsday. I didn't know that Doomsday was an urban legend, like a myth of sorts, and that she was so aware of it. As far as I knew, Doomsday origin, only Superman knew it, found it out. I guess he wrote files on it. He told the Justice League about it. He told Supergirl about it at some point. And but Supergirl mentions that back in Krypton, Doomsday was an urban myth. So it's kind of a rewriting of history there. Let's move on. So Superman asks Kara, so what's going on? Here we go. Let's read a little bit. Kara, I don't mean to scare you, but are you certain it was just a dream? Oh my God, the language is kind of lame. The expression and stuff. Jeez, Clark, I'm really sorry I brought this up on a morning. So, you know, Kara, oh, doesn't want to scare Superman. Superman's concerned. He's scared. These are superheroes, man. These are superheroes. Kara and Superman have fought deadly people, deadly villains before. So why are they acting so fucking scary? It's kind of crazy. But let's move on. Let's move on. Unfortunately, that's the bait and switch trick over here. Doomsday, right? You would expect you see Superman a lot in the book, but no. Just after this page, Superman's gone, and this becomes a Supergirl and Martian Manhunter story, like kind of a team up. And Martian Manhunter appears, and here we go. Let's see. Last night I received a message, a psychic code. I do not understand it. It was in Kryptonian. Before it faded, I had to send it somewhere. To someone whose mind might translate it for me. So instead of sending it to Superman, his teammate from the Justice League, he sent it to Supergirl. And I don't understand what the connection is. They were never particularly close, Martian Manhunter and Supergirl. But we gotta have nowadays women right forefront, you know, right front and center, to the point that writers are bait and switching. You know, you expect to see maybe Daredevil or Superman or Batman, and then you open up the book and you gotta read about Batgirl. You gotta read about some other girl, you know. So nonetheless, the story is good though. Let me reiterate that the story is pretty good. The illustrations are great. So these two venture out to find out what's going on, why Martian Manhunter got this mental alert about Doomsday, and it was in Kryptonian, so she sent it to Supergirl, and yeah, Superman is left out of the story at this point. Because Superman has to be a housewife now. He has to stay home and safe. Oh, let's not bother Superman with you know, Doomsday, his nemesis that might be coming back. So over here we get inner dialogue of a mysterious villain. You see the red dialogue boxes. More about that later. Let's move on. So right there, you know, they both find out that something's going on with Doomsday. He's trapped somewhere. There you go. Beautiful art. Beautiful art. Suddenly, this link, this mental link, transports them to what is described as hell. And according to this writer, hell exists because people believe in hell. Both characters mentioned this. I think the Martian Manhunter. Someone pulled us here. Some being of incredible power. This can't be where it looks like. This place can't exist in a rational universe. Humankind believes in it, so it is real. A part of the psychic need that makes up reality. So there's a soul being tortured in hell. See it right there? And there we go. Superworm one. There's two demons torturing the soul. Because in hell, you know, for Christianity, I'm guessing, in hell, that's where bad people go. They go and good people go to heaven, bad people go to hell. And this writer ain't having any of that shit. Right from the get go, you see the message. You see the message that can't be. So Supergirl ain't having it. They're being tortured, and she goes to her rescue. I mean, you would think she's smart enough to understand that if she's in hell and somebody's being tortured, that somebody was probably not a good soul, a good person back in the real world. You know? Because if you're gonna rescue that guy being tortured, you might as well rescue Doomsday too, right? So I don't understand the writing there, the reasoning, and then the very person she rescues attacks her. That's the action is pretty epic. See the Martian Manhunter taking action as well. Supergirl is trapped by the very being that she was trying to rescue. You're an idiot, Supergirl. There we go. And then we have, the reveal that Doomsday is in hell, and he's relishing there. Doomsday is having his way in hell. He's right at home, and he's killing just about every demon or anything that comes across, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. I would expect that, yes, somebody like Doomsday would thrive in hell. But then again, I wouldn't think he would be capable of breaking out, because hell is just breakout proof. But here we go. Let's move on. Then the big reveal. See these two hands. They grab Supergirl and the Martian Manhunter. It is the devil himself, which looks a lot like Mephisto from the Marvel universe. Unfortunately, I don't know why he went that way. So it is the first of the fallen. Let me say this. DC has always been big when it comes to hell and heaven. They are both staple places, especially in the Vertigo universe, in the Sandman universe, Hellblazer, John Constantine. Hell is real. It is a place. Heaven is a place. There's a war, so that the Christianity lore is pretty big in the DC universe. This story, Dan Waters, the writer, for some reason he's using the devil, but there's a little message in the story where he's alluding that hell shouldn't exist, that it is imaginary, and that if there's souls there and stuff being tortured, they shouldn't be there. Nobody should be there, according to this writer. Doomsday should be there, I guess, but not human beings. So I'm not sure. It's kind of his message is mixed. But let's continue. We see Doomsday over here. Look at that. Look at that shot. That's very cinematic, man. The devil's worried that Doomsday is going to, unbalance hell, and he'll break out, and that every other demon will follow suit and not perceive hell as an unbreakable place anymore. That's kind of what I caught. So Doomsday's killing everything in sight. Demons, nobody can hold him. And the devil himself, he's worried, and he wants help. I don't know. He brought in the Martian Manhunter and Supergirl. So the devil now needs superheroes to rescue him, to do, to I don't know, man. It's a crazy story. Let's move on. Let's move on. I don't want to get caught up in it. The action is just epic. Doomsday wants to break out. The mission is clear. Martian Manhunter goes right on the attack, and Doomsday makes short work of him. Supergirl is donned a special hellish armor that, according to the devil, is an armor that is made up of demonic power. So it should help her put Doomsday down. And she succeeds a little bit, for a little while, but then Doomsday immediately recovers. And he just proceeds to make short work of the Martian Manhunter and Supergirl. The action is just epic, like I said. Eddie Barrows is just an amazing artist, man. I love his style. I love the way he portrayed Doomsday, the way he portrayed Supergirl, the way he portrayed the Martian Manhunter. So I recommend this book, definitely recommend it. I think it's a beautiful book. There's some iffy stuff story-wise. Some insert messaging from the writer. This writer is inserting his beliefs that hell shouldn't exist, that souls shouldn't be there being tortured. Does he not realize that, if we go with the fiction, all these souls that are being tortured in hell, they were fucking assholes on earth. They were bad guys. But there's a overall messaging going on in Hollywood now where, super villains shouldn't be villains. They're more like, they're written more like misunderstood victims. So all these souls that are in hell decide to use their own bodies to prevent Doomsday from breaking out, because they're being heroic. All of a sudden, all these bad people that are being tortured in hell, for some reason, they are concerned with what happens on Earth, and they're saving Earth for some reason. Now that they succeed, they don't succeed. Doomsday proves to be the unstoppable killing machine that he is. Even in hell, you will not be able to hold him. But the devil did some kind of trick. I think over here is where I kind of get lost. There you go. There we go. See? All along, Doomsday was fighting visions and stuff. So yeah. Now look at this. We're back. So they managed to hold Doomsday off for a little while. He's still in hell. The first of the fallen, he returns to make a fool of Doomsday. But all those people, those souls, they're still there suffering. No kidding, Supergirl, they're fucking evil people, bad people. They went to hell for a reason. Does it all mean nothing? If humanity creates a place like that, if so many of them are headed for a place like that, is everything we do worthless? The people that are there, you save humanity from them. You fight them often. And when they die, that's where they go. Supergirl. They came together. The denizens of hell, after all they went through, they gave their very souls up to protect the living, to spare them their hells, their doomsdays. And what could hold more worth than that? Yeah, I guess that's what we're all doing. It's the best we can ever hope for. So this writer is doing a lot of self-insert here. He probably doesn't believe in, religion. He for sure doesn't believe in hell, or that there should be a hell, or that people should pay for their sins or their. And this it doesn't come and go for me. I mean, whatever. But the story is kind of this is happening a lot. So we have Doomsday back on hell, and he still wants to break out, and it looks like he will. The beginning, Doomsday story continues in the pages of Superman. I just hope that when it continues, we see Superman taking care of Doomsday, and not Supergirl, and not Martian Manhunter. For what it's worth, it was a good. This is an amazing book. Then we have a secondary story featuring some character. I don't know that. I really don't know this character, and for some reason, this character becomes Bloodwind, which is a character that from back in the day. Also, he was in the Justice League back when Superman got killed by Doomsday. But his origin was completely changed for some reason. This character that I don't know who the fuck he is, he's in hell and he's on a mission, and he becomes Bloodwind. Bloodwind is now considered the Superman of hell, according to the writing in this. It's messy shit, let me tell you. Very, very confusing stuff. And there's some Doomsday dogs, and he overcomes them, and then he's streaking demons, and his mission is basically he wants to save all the damn souls in hell. So Dan Waters is not pulling any punches here. He really is hell-bent on writing a story where the denizens of hell, the people being tortured there, the souls being tortured there, must be saved. It's just very confusing stuff that I don't know if it's kid-friendly, to be honest. But there it is. Overall, I will give this book, from 1 out of 10, I will give it a 8.5. It is an amazing book. The story is not bad, man. I mean, despite the self-insert beliefs and bullshit from the writer, the story is not bad. It moves pretty quick. There's a lot of action. If anything, like I mentioned, the bad is that Superman was taken out of it. It should have been a Superman Martian Manhunter story, not Supergirl. But there it is. At least Doomsday was not nerfed. Yeah, he's in hell, but it should be tough to get out of hell. It shouldn't be easy even for Doomsday. So there it is. Those are my thoughts on this book. Thanks, guys, for listening to my rant, my review. Give me likes, dislikes, give me some comments, and I hope to keep doing this. I love comic books, like I mentioned. I love Superman, love Doomsday, and I do recommend this book. Thank you. Peace.